Hi, pipe smokers. This is Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. And it's time for Two for Tuesday. So grab your favorite pipe, your favorite blend, your favorite beverage, and let's smoke together. Well, blues band Hohner International. Yeah, I don't think that's made in China. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, it's made in China. I want to get the made in Germany one. All right, so we have a couple of shout outs to some new YouTubers. And, all right, can anybody guess? And I'll try to do this. I haven't done this in a while. I just picked this up. It's actually in the key of C, but I used to be able to play this. I keep promising myself I won't practice on YouTube, but can anybody guess what this next thing that I'm going to attempt to play on this harmonica is? Yeah. Yeah. It was a band from the UK that was part of the British invasion starting in 1964, and there is a little harmonica spot in there. I did not do it justice. Whatever, I'm just going to put it away. Yeah, so let's get rolling right along here and start something on fire, because actually today I started one of my coworkers on fire. I did. Yeah, let's just light something on fire. So, cheers. Welcome to our Two for Tuesday. I know it's not Thursday, Mark. It is Tuesday. Yeah, the 22nd of March. So, this pipe is very important to me. It's, I believe you pronounce it Radisha. It's a handmade pipe in Italy. This was gifted to me by a subscriber who didn't want to be named. And I love this pipe. So we're going to smoke that. And in it, we have something I haven't smoked in a while. Oh yeah, Sutliff vanilla custard. Oh yeah, I love this stuff. And I haven't smoked this in a while. Actually, this was packaged on March 16th of 2021, so over a year ago. Yeah, let's light it on fire, and then I'll tell you how I lit my coworker on fire. He wasn't working fast enough, so I had to put a fire under his fanny. It's an American saying, put a fire under, so I'll tell you about it. Let's light this on fire. And do we have fire here? No, again, I'm unprepared. Try to set all this stuff up, and then, yeah, I'm unprepared, as usual. Oh, I love this pipe. Thank you very much to the person that gifted this to me. This is very, very special to me. And like I was sharing, on all my, I save all my pipe boxes and I write down who they're gifted from, if they're gifted, or when I bought them. So somebody at some point in time, my son, Paulie Jr., is going to own all my stuff, pipes and so forth, or whoever does. They'll be able to look at the boxes and yeah, that pipe will tell a story. Because before the Lord takes me home, which I hope, I'm 57, so I hope I'd like to get another 50 years. That would be good, as long as I'm healthy, which my doctor says I am. But you never know. But I'm going to school my son that when you receive my pipes, then you make a notation when you got it and blah, 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 and blah, 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 so that each pipe actually, and this may sound strange to some people, but I have vintage pipes that I wish they could talk. Someday maybe somebody will be looking, 100 years at this YouTube channel, if it's still around, and be like, wow, look at that. That's when he got it. Look, I found his name, and then his son got it, and then he gave it to his son, and so forth and so forth. It may sound weird to people, but I like history. So I got a couple of shout outs and some new subscribers. I'd like to start something new where I keep track of the subscribers as they subscribe. I think we're up to, I don't know, it's 547 or something like that. I don't know. The YouTube pipe community is so special to me. I think it's full of a bunch of very good people that really take satisfaction in helping each other out. And that's important. And I'm a baby pipe smoker. I've only been smoking a pipe for 3 years. So the first one up, and this young man, he's 43 years old. His name is, and forgive me if I mispronounce it, his name is Silviu, and he's from Romania. And he just did his first pipe video. Now, he's 43. He's been smoking a pipe for 23 years, since he turned 20. And he was talking about how they're neighbors with, Romania is neighbors with the Ukraine, so Slava Ukraine, as he says. And he was kind of apprehensive on doing his first pipe video, which he just did. And so let's all give him a warm welcome. You can find him under Vintage Pipe Nightmares. And he was saying that Romania actually borders the Ukraine, and they weren't such great neighbors, but now that things are, well, you know what's going on over there, he says they would do anything for the Ukraine. So Silviu, check him out. I'll leave that in the comment section below. He has a passion for pipes, and like I was saying, he was apprehensive on doing his first pipe video, and it kind of brought memories back to me a couple years ago when I did my first pipe video, I was like, I got into pipe smoking. I'll never forget the first pipe I bought. It was a Dr. Graybow. And I bought some cherry aromatic tobacco, which gave me horrible tongue bite. But I didn't know anything, and so I started smoking a pipe, and then I just did a video on it. And Dale Piper, which you should check his channel out, Dale Piper, saw one of my videos, and Dale lives in the UK, and said, Paul, I love the video. The YouTube pipe community will welcome you with open arms. Keep doing the videos. And I didn't know anything about pipes or tobacco or anything like that. And so Dale Piper inspired me to keep doing videos. I still don't know anything about pipes and tobacco. I'm a baby pipe smoker. There's some guys out there that have been smoking for 50, 60, 70 years. I'm just a baby pipe smoker that loves this YouTube pipe community. And if there's any way that I could ever help anyone, just ask. So check out Sylview. Vintage Pipe Nightmares. Let's give him, let's show him a little love. Yeah, and that's him. Vintage Pipe Nightmares. Nice young man. And so next, we received 2 subscribers. He's Stephen Largue. Now, his last name's spelled Largue. I had to look up the pronunciation on that, and according to Google, it says it's Stephen Largue is how you pronounce it. And I didn't see any pipe videos on it, but I saw some cool stuff. A 7-year-old learning how to ride a dirt bike. So check him out. Stephen Largue. Stephen, Stephen Largue. He's got 29 subscribers and only 6 videos. I didn't see anything pipe related though, but thank you, Stephen, for subscribing to my channel. And the third shout out would be to a young man named Big Smoke. Yeah, just look up Big Smoke. Here, let me spell it for you. And I was pretty impressed. Yeah, Big Smoke. And he sounds like he's from the UK, all right? Big Smoke. Check him out. This guy is cool, all right? Now, the thing that I thought was so cool about him is he's a very, very young man, a redhead. So I don't know if he's from Scotland or where exactly in the UK, but he is in the UK. And he's a welder, like I am. I'm a welder. He's a welder. I'm a pipe smoker. He's a pipe smoker. He has a video where he's actually welding, and somehow under his welding mask is smoking a pipe. Now, he was probably TIG welding, which, if you don't know about welding, don't worry about it. On my current project, I'm MIG welding. If I had a pipe clenched and it stuck out underneath my welding helmet, it would have spatter and everything all over it, and it would ruin the pipe. Yeah, so check out Big Smoke. I actually watched one of his videos. And you know what? He's the type of guy, if you look at his latest video, he's like, I don't know everything about pipe smoking. He's honest. He says, but if there's anything that I can do for anybody in the YouTube pipe community, I would do it. And if I don't know the answer to your question, I will find someone who does know the answer. That right there impressed me. So, big shout out to Big Smoke. All right, so that does it for the shout outs. We'll be right back. We've already burned through 15 minutes and 17 seconds. We'll be right back with the news. Yeah. Alrighty, pipe smokers. So we're back. Yeah. So the news. By the way, I forgot the time and temperature. Some of you in the United States may remember that back in the 70s, you could actually take a rotary dial phone and actually call and get the time and temperature. It was time and I don't remember the number, but anyways, let's set something else on fire here. And we have our beautiful Peterson Limited Edition XL24. Briar on this is beautiful. That pipe I specifically bought to hand down to my youngest son, Richard Paul Gilson the second. My name is Richard Paul Gilson the first. Yeah. So let's start that on fire. And in that we have Peach Cobbler, another Sutliff blend. And I actually got this on September 13th of 2021. And so we're going to light that on fire, and then I'll tell you how we'll get unprepared as usual, Paul. I'm one of those guys that has to be organized. Otherwise, I'm getting there, okay? So, we're going to light this up with some Peach Cobbler in it from Sutliff. So, I started this video at 6 p.m. and it was 18 degrees Celsius, which I believe in Fahrenheit converts to 40 degrees. It's kind of cloudy and overcast outside, but it's still light. So in the news, we have a lot of stuff going on in the world. Everybody's getting involved with fighting with each other, but our Creator is in control. So no matter what happens in this world, our Creator is in control. Thank the Lord. Also in the news, Callie the Killer Calico Cat. She went into her second heat. And she's an escape artist, and there's a bunch of tomcats hanging around here. Domestic, or I don't know, feral, I don't know, but they're male cats. And she went into her second heat, which you know what that means. Yeah, she had her tail in the air and wanted to go out dancing. Well, the other night, which would have been Sunday night, my neighbor came over and, no, it would have been Saturday night. My neighbor came over and we had a couple of pints of beer together. And on his way out, I believe that's when the escape artist, Callie the Killer Calico Cat, must have escaped. And she was all ready for love. She was like driving me insane. So she escaped, and the next morning I got up early, and I'm calling for her, and nowhere to be found. I suspect when my neighbor left around midnight or 1 o'clock, because I didn't have to work the next day, and we like to get together and watch old Miami Vice videos from the 80s. I suspect she followed him out and escaped. So I didn't get into a panic, but I kind of really felt sad. It's like, where's my cat? I'm going to find my cat in the road somewhere. I put an ad in the local Facebook thing. See, and I'm very sad. My cat came up missing, and she's in heat. And she has I have a schedule this Saturday for her to get her shots. She's 8 months old, and get her shots. And also, I was going to get her spayed. I did everything I could to keep her inside. Well, that cat went out howling at the moon, partying on a Saturday night. Let me tell you something. I didn't know what to do. I felt very, very sad. She's like a child to me. Your animals, they understand you and so forth. I put something on the local blog saying that my cat was missing. And instantly, all these people went into action on my behalf and my cat's behalf, and it spread all over. I just wanted to make sure. I mean, normally the cat will come back. So, but I wanted to make sure, because she doesn't have a collar with her name on it and contact info for me, that if a neighbor found her or whatever, she came in, that I wasn't going to lose her. She's important to me, just like all of you are. So I did everything I could online, and I'm just like, Lord, what do you want me to do? And it came upon me, I was like, Lord, just please bring my cat back. I was extremely, extremely sad. It would, to me, it would be like losing one of my children, wondering where she's at, what's going on. And then all of a sudden, I see her outside. And I walk out and I pick her up. And now she has a new demeanor. So I might be a grandpa to 4 to 6 kittens, which I really wasn't. I was trying to avoid. She wasn't in heat anymore, which you know what that means. Yeah. So I brought her in, and she's cleaning herself up, and I'm just like, thank the Lord. Thank you, God, just for bringing her home. So we still have the vet appointment for this Saturday. Oh, I'm sure she's pregnant. I've owned cats all my life, all right? When a cat's in heat and they escape, and all of a sudden they come back and they're not in heat anymore, that means they were partying it down. Anybody want a kitten in about, I don't know what the gestation period is for cat pregnancies, but I'm going to take her to the vet. I'm not going to pay $200 to have an ultrasound done. I'm going to take her, get her shots, tell the vet what happened, and just let it be. So if I get a bunch of kittens, maybe I'll keep one, and my neighbor wants one, and Normally, the first litter, they normally have about 4. Enough about Kelly. Let's talk about in the news where I set my coworker on fire. I didn't do it on purpose. Now, this gentleman is my age. Now, I weld just like Big Smoke does. I'm a welder, all right? So I'm welding and stuff like that, but then I have to grind the welds down flush. I won't really get into it. So I have this big grinder. It's a 15 amp DeWalt grinder. And it shoots sparks. I mean, almost like a flame for 20 feet. So my coworker is working in the next booth, and I wasn't paying attention to where the sparks were going. I'm grinding away trying to get the job done. Now, he's actually of Jamaican descent, but grew up in the inner city of Rochester. So I hear this, yo. And, you know, I got ear protection on, and the grinder's going. A huge plume of sparks flying out 20, 25 feet. And he's like, yo, man. And I didn't hear him. The grinder's going, and all of a sudden he's like, Paul. And I finally hear him, and I'm like, what? He's like, knock it off. So I stopped what I was doing. And I went over and I says, what's going on, man? He's like, dude, you freaking set me on fire. I was like, what are you talking about? I set you on fire. You got a divider and all that stuff. He's like, you were grinding. You were so intent on what you were doing, trying to get the job done after you welded that piece. He said a plume of sparks flew over the divider, landed on my shirt, and started me on fire. I says, well, I'm really sorry, man. He's like, F you, no you're not. And now him and I are tight. We're bros, all right? He's my G, all right? I said, well, how could this happen? I says, you must use dryer sheets, because dryer sheets, if you use them, they put a coating on your clothes that makes them smell good and sometimes anti-wrinkle, but it's flammable. So some sparks went over and actually set him on fire on his shoulder, and he had to put it out. And he says, yo, mofo, you ain't sorry. He's busting my chops. I says, no, I really am sorry, man. I will try not to set you on fire again. So I said, you know what? It's a good thing that we weren't working and doing this 20 years ago, because you used to have a big afro. And if I set that hair on fire, there'd be a big blue flame coming up, all right? So just be thankful for that. Yeah, I almost set somebody else on fire, too. I've set myself on fire, actually, too. Yeah. See, they don't talk. I'm so intent on my work. I'm welding, and I have quotas to make and so forth. So they have this female come in, and she's taking a welding test, which basically she's showing the supervisor and the plant manager how she can weld. And this was a couple of weeks ago when I almost set her on fire with this big DeWalt grinder. It gets the job done, all right? Just stay out of my way. And my plant manager comes over, Paul, stop. And I didn't hear him. All of a sudden, he's in my face, stop. I was like, what? He's like, we have a girl taking a welding test over here, and your plume of sparks is coming up over the divider, and you almost set her hair on fire. I was like, well, how come nobody tells me anything, all right? I would be more careful if you said, hey, we have somebody over here taking a welding exam, which means you have to show them how you can weld to get hired. If you would have told me that, I would have diverted the spark somewhere else. Anyways, it's all right. So we've reached 30 minutes and 44 seconds. Brad the bearded piper, are you mad at me because I was busting your chops? Is Mrs. Piper angry at me for busting your chops in yesterday's video? Anyways, I gotta go. I have things to do. Happy Two for Tuesday. God bless you all. I made a lot of friends on here that I'm very grateful for. I'm very blessed. And yeah, check out Welsh Piper 62. Great guy. Paul the Pipe Guy. Over and out, and happy pipe smoking, pipers. Yeah.